What we're doing here is minimizing the vehicle's rocking and movement so it doesn't roll, slide, or bounce when they do any of this extricating. Danny is taking glass on the side, the driver's side there, with a punch. You'll notice the glass that's on the driver's side that he just broke has got little small squares. That's safety glass. It's designed not to cut you in an auto accident. It's designed to have little pieces of glass that shatter into small pieces. Mike is using the spreaders. He's going to start on the passenger side of the car where he's doing what's called a crush down on the door. He's going to pull that door off the pin that's holding it in place. Once he gets that door pulled away, he's going to get those spreader tips in there, and he's going to open this door up to gain access. Now that he's made it into that door, he's going to remove that door with where the hinges are on the door. As they start to take this car apart, you're going to notice that a lot of this might work with these tools that he's using. If we should have to do this by hand using hand tools, it's going to take a lot longer to get that person out of the vehicle. The first vehicle this morning, start to finish, was 7 minutes. Danny is using the cutters on the passenger side. He's cutting the hinges to that door, while Mike uses the spreaders on the driver's side to open that door as well. Again, that hydraulic cutter that he's using on that car contains 300,000 pounds of force. So it's going to cut that car. It's going to do everything that it can to get us into that vehicle. It's going to come around the other side and make some cuts while Mike pulls that door off.
You can sit on the curb if you want. You might get a little bit wet, but you'll be okay.
Essentially on the
oh wow!
Side now, they've made
they are taking 2 off at a time. That's impressive.
This being a 4-door car, one of the things we may have to do is gain access to the rear passengers and the front passengers of this vehicle. So what they're doing now is making like one giant door and removing it from the vehicle to gain access. I mentioned earlier that the side glass, you'll notice, is small, tiny squares. When they start cutting the glass on the windshield, you'll notice it's a different style of glass. We'll explain that to you in a minute.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. And then what, babe?
Removing 4 doors from this car is going to take just a few minutes longer than the first car did this morning, being only a 2-door car. After the door removal, the next thing they're going to do is they'll remove the roof and flap it back over the back of the car. One of the things we worry about with a patient in an auto accident such as this is what's called the golden hour. We try to get them to the hospital and into surgery within 1 hour of the accident. This is accomplished by a couple of things. Accomplished by quick extrication, as they're doing today, to get that person removed from the car, rapid emergency medical help, and certainly if we needed to, we could call in an air ambulance such as Care Flight. They can be on standby and ready to take off for that patient to Miami Valley Hospital. Mike is going to make a cut in the windshield. As we were talking about the glass earlier,
Look at it.
you're going to notice that there's different types of glass on this car. The windshield glass has a plastic laminate inside the glass, which makes it higher impact glass. Notice Mike has to cut that with what we call a windshield saw. He's going to cut that to allow that windshield to pull back and over the top of the car when they cut the roof off. Notice he's moving the hydraulic tools hoses away from that door as he cuts it. Good. Okay, our second set of doors coming off there. Danny has the cutter. He's making a pivot point in the back of the car to get rid of this roof from the car. At this point in the extrication, we have full access to the patient. We would have emergency medical crews inside. They will be inside the vehicle right now working on this victim, or multiple victims that may be involved in the auto accident. Right now we're about 11 minutes into this extrication, so as they work on the car, they're going to remove the roof and gain full access to the patients inside.
Here it goes.
Again, working with 300,000 pounds of force on that cutter, we kind of have to let that cutter do whatever it wants to do as it moves and cuts this metal. Very heavy to lift over his head like he's doing right now.
It's almost up! Instant convertible.